Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? So for today's video, I'm doing a bit of a trial run type video. I'm wanting to see how you guys respond to this type of video, and if I get a lot of good feedback, then I will continue on with these. So basically, I got this video idea from a YouTuber here. Her channel name is Hoppy Next Door. Her name is Holly Ann. I will put all of her links down below, but basically she does this makeup of the day type of video, and it's literally such a chill sit down chatty video where she just talks about makeup products that she uses and loves, and it is just so chill. It's literally like I'm her girlfriend sitting there with her chatting about makeup, and I love that idea because I love to just chat about makeup. I'm a makeup enthusiast, and I just feel like it is such a good idea to do that every once in a while and just talk to you guys about makeup products I've used and I love, and let you guys know what I'm wearing for the day. So I feel like she has something golden there, okay? So I wanted to try it out today and see how it goes, and I'm super excited. Honestly, I'm super excited to just sit here and talk about makeup. I want to include more makeup related content on my channel, and so here we are. So basically today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys most of what I use to create this look. All of the products that I use will be down in the description box, but I don't want to make this video too lengthy, so I want to talk about like the main focus products. I want you to be able to listen to this while you're getting ready doing your makeup for the day, or while you're just getting ready for work, while you're driving on your way to work. So hopefully you guys find this interesting. So today's look was inspired by some of my favorite types of eyeshadows to use, which are super shimmery reflex type shadows. So I'm in love with those types of eyeshadows because you can wear them with a really simple, basic, soft glam look, and it's going to be very eye-catching and just super pretty. And then you can also wear them with a bold look like what I'm wearing right now, and again, it's going to be very eye-catching and very pretty. One of my all-time favorite top complimented makeup looks that I've done ever has been with a super simple eyeshadow look and then a reflex shadow on the lid. And for that specific makeup look, I will be doing an actual get ready with me tutorial to show you guys that makeup look, but that is my all-time favorite. And reflex shadows, I'm probably gonna wear those on my wedding day. Like, no, I know I'm gonna wear that type of eyeshadow on my wedding day because they are just so eye-catching, okay? And I'm actually gonna zoom you guys in so you can actually see my entire makeup look today. So I feel like that's close enough without being too close. So I'm gonna start with talking about my eye look today. Obviously, this is a bag of makeup that I worked out of today, you guys. So first of all, if you have not invested in any of Colourpop Supershock shadows, what in God's name are you doing with your makeup, okay? Colourpop Supershock shadows are the Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath special eyeshadows before they even became really mainstream and really popular. Colourpop has been doing these super glittery, shimmery, reflex duochrome shadows before those brands became really popular and mainstream, and I have been buying Colourpop Supershock shadows for the longest time. I am so obsessed with them. They are literally some of my favorite eyeshadows of life. I know that I will always have them in my collection, and just off the top of my head, I can name 4 that are just absolutely amazing, that are some of my favorites that I really love. So the first one is going to be the one that I use on my lids today, which is the color ZZZ. It's literally 3 Z's in a row. Nillionaire is another one. Sidekick, oh my god, Sidekick is literal chef's kiss perfection. And then we have Lightning Bug. Those are some of my favorites. So any of the ultra metallic and ultra glitter formulas are going to be your best friend because they are literally going to give you that super shimmery, sparkly, when the sunlight hits it, it's like glittery goodness without chunky glitter. Is going to give you that effect, okay? And for my eye look today, it looks really pink in front of these like artificial lights, but if I go out into the sun, my lid literally looks gold with a pink shift, not pink with a gold shift. But anyway, this is the color ZZZ that I use on my lid from Colourpop, and as you guys can see, it's this really pretty ultra glitter metallic formula. It shifts from pink to like this copper to like this gold, but the reflex in it are pink and gold. It is just such a crazy pigmented shimmery eyeshadow, and I love it. So I put that on my lid today, and then I went in with another really pretty reflex shimmer shadow, and that is from the Kaleidos futurism sashimi palette. And this has two of the most beautiful reflect shadows as well. So the one that I actually use is this pink one here called Pink Ginger. And as you guys can see, it's not your regular average shimmer shadow. It has this really nice, pretty texture to it. And I don't know if it's picking up on camera, the shift, but it shifts to gold. And like I told you guys, in natural lighting, it shifts from gold to pink instead of pink to gold, but it is beautiful. And if you guys care about my crease, I actually use a palette that's, child, I bought this palette and then I never used it. I put it in my collection and never use it, which is ridiculous. I bought it like sometime during quarantine, but this is the ABH Norvina Volume 3 palette. And I actually ended up breaking mine, but it's okay. It still functions. Like, I broke the mirror from the base of the palette, but this is what this palette looks like. It's gorgeous. These colors are so pretty. It has the most pretty matte shades, like right up my alley type of matte shades. It is so super colorful and gorgeous and perfect for summer. But anyway, I ended up mixing A2 and C2. So this really pretty bright orange shade and then this bright red shade, I just mixed them together, and then that is what I put on my crease. And it is really bold and colorful, but I like it. I don't care, I like it. Okay, and then for the dark brown on the outer corner, I just used a warm toned brown from my Morphe 39A palette. This is another palette that I absolutely love, just simply for the mattes. Like, the mattes in here are just stunning and gorgeous, and it's an easy reach type of palette. You literally have every matte, transition, and outer corner color that you could need. So this is another palette that I think I bought during quarantine, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. Like, I use it so often, at least once a week. But that is my entire eye look, and I'm just super obsessed with it. I'm gonna try and zoom you guys in a little bit closer to see if I can really get that nice shimmer, reflect, glitter, duochrome, if I can catch it on camera. But y'all know cameras are trash at picking up the little tiny particles. So no, on camera it just literally looks like a shimmer eyeshadow shade, but it's not a regular shimmer. It's so super glittery and just nice. By the way, guys, ignore the foundation missing from around my nose piercing. Y'all know I'm trying to let that heal. I'm gonna talk about my complexion for a little bit. I'm gonna just show you guys like the main important parts of the complexion. Okay, so best pore filling primer of life ever that you need. This is hands down the best pore filling primer ever. It's the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer Base. Yes, it is a little bit expensive for what it is, but you get so much product because you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. But this is literally the best pore filling primer ever that I've ever come across. I love my e.l.f. putty primer, but those are good for like just every day. But when you're trying to step out and do a glam makeup look and you really want your makeup to stick and stay and last all day, I highly recommend the Tarte primer, especially if you have oily skin, because this not only smooths the skin and make it really poreless and flawless, but I feel like it gives a bit of a mattifying effect as well. It literally makes your skin the perfect canvas for makeup, and so I have to highly recommend it. Okay, now the foundation that I use today, I have no idea why this foundation is getting so many bad reviews on the Ulta website. I don't know if it's just because of what the brand is going through right now, or if people genuinely hate this foundation, but I just don't understand it. Okay, this is the Morphe Filter Effects Soft Focus Foundation. This foundation has so many bad reviews, and I just do not get it because I love this foundation. This foundation is so good, and this isn't my first time wearing it today. I've worn this foundation so many times, and it looks nice, it wears well, it photographs well, it sits on the skin nicely. Like, I just don't understand it. And this is the same thing that happened with their first foundation that they came out with, which is the Fluidity foundation. I literally have a backup of that foundation because I loved it that much, and I have a second bottle of this foundation because I really enjoy it. But their first foundation got so many bad reviews that, like, I feel like that's the reason why they're discontinuing it and why they came out with this one. But now the same thing is happening with this one, and I just don't understand it because it's a really nice foundation. I have mine in the shade Rich 28, and I also have Rich 27. I love this foundation. Like, it's exactly what it says. It gives a filter effect. It looks flawless on the skin, and I really like it. So I don't know. So I also use my Loreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in a powder. Listen, I did a whole video on this powder, so I will go ahead and link it up in the cards below. But this powder wows me every time I use it. It is so flawless on the skin. It makes your skin look poreless and immaculate. It looks so good, and it does a great job of holding your actual foundation on all day, because this is a foundation powder basically. So it's gonna give you a little bit more coverage, but it's literally gonna lock down your foundation and it's gonna wear so nicely. I really thoroughly enjoy this powder and it's good. Okay, for bronzer, I applied a lot of bronzer. And I feel like you can't really see it because my lights are so bright, but I did apply a lot of bronzer. And this is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Maui Nights. I always pull this bronzer out during the summer because this is a super red and deep bronzer that's gonna give you that like you've been out in the sun-kissed type of look. So this is one of my favorites to pull out, and I tried it in a different format today, you guys. I literally used a Morphe M143, like, what is this, a fan brush. There we go. I used a fan brush today to apply my bronzer, and lo and behold, I love this method. Never would have thought to use a big kind of thick fan brush to apply my bronzer. Again, this is the M143. I am loving this, you guys. Like, I think I have a new method of applying my bronzer. So I just had to speak about that for a little bit. Holly Ann, if you're watching this, I just want to let you know you're a genius, okay? You're a genius, and I'm going to tell you why. So I went ahead and I applied my other cheek products. I applied the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Spicy. This is one of my favorite blushes. Whenever I just want a blush that looks good with any color eye look, and it just looks good whenever I wear it, that's this blush. You guys can see it's kind of like that mauve terracotta brown color. On camera is looking a lot more mauve than it looks in person. In person it's more of a mauve terracotta bricky type of color, but this is my perfect blush for literally every day and any type of eye look that I do. So I went ahead and applied that, and I put on a pretty good amount, I feel like. And then I went in with my highlight, which is Becca Champagne Pop, a classic. You guys, this palette, I know Hourglass has a lot of heat right now for not being inclusive and all of that. I know. I bought this palette literal years ago. I'm talking, it had to have been like 2014, 2015. It had to. I bought this ambient lighting palette, the original that they first came out with, that includes dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. I bought this palette, didn't really use it, didn't ever really put it to any good use at all. Like, I mean, it pretty much looks brand new, as you guys can see. Nothing looks used about this palette except for the fact that it has a little bit of powder dust kick up around it. But I was watching Holly Ann's video, and she showed me the perfect way to use one of the powders in this palette. And then I also figured out a way to use one of the other shades. Okay, so dim light, that's this one right here. Dim light gives more of a natural finish. It's not really like one of the powders that has a whole lot of shimmer to it. It's kind of just like a natural finish powder. It says dim light. So I took that powder after I was done baking, after I was done applying my Loreal setting powder and I had set my entire face. I then took dim light on a little brush like this, just like a little small powder brush, and I took it and I put it just in this area right here where I want my makeup to stay looking flawless. I want my pores to stay looking small. I also applied a little bit on my cupid's bow and on my chin. You guys, flawless. It looks so good. I found one way to use one of the powders in here, okay? Love it. And then in one of her videos, Holly Ann said that she uses her ambient lighting powder. I don't know exactly which one she has, but she uses one of her ambient lighting powders to kind of blend all of her cheek products together to kind of diffuse everything that's on her cheek and also add a nice glow. So I took my Radiant Light, which is the darkest powder. It's almost like a tan shade. I took that on this Morphe M462. It's like a duo fiber type powder brush. I took dim light, I mean not dim light, I took radiant light, and I did the exact same thing that she said she did, and I just feel like it makes me look so glowy and nice. It just makes my, I don't know, it just makes my cheeks look so wet and nice and pretty and just like delicious. Okay, I am loving this and I am so obsessed. This is why I say I really love her videos, okay? Because she just taught me a way to use a product that I've had in my collection forever, and now I'm gonna be using it up because I'm definitely gonna be using it in like my everyday makeup, and I am loving it, absolutely loving it. So I just had to share that with you guys. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about is going to be my lip combo for the day. So I'm using my Morphe Trendsetter lip pencil. It's just a dark brown, and then I'm using one of my favorite liquid lipsticks of all time, like this color is unmatched. Okay, so this is from the Live Glam subscription service. If you guys don't know about Live Glam, I will leave the link down in the description box for you to go and check out. I have been subscribed to them for years, since like 2016 when they came out with the Morphe brush subscription. I'm still subscribed to that. I still get brushes from them every month. And then I also signed up for their lippy service, and then they have an eyeshadow palette service as well. I'm not signed up for the eyeshadow palette service, but the lippies, I cannot talk about these lipsticks enough. So I think it was the month of February or the month of March, they came out with this bundle, and it also included, I believe, a lipstick. You guys, these are my perfect nude shades. These are my everyday go-to perfect nude shades. So like I said, I'm wearing this one today, and this one is in the shade Ambitious, and then this is my second favorite. This one is in the shade Motivated AF. This one is more of like that lighter, almost yellowy brown nude, and then this one is that peachy brown nude. They are literal perfection. The formula, the color, the way that they wear. And I just had to talk about this because I've gotten so many of their liquid lipsticks, as well as their bullet lipsticks, their lip liners, their lip balms, and they are all good. So if you don't mind getting lip products every month, which you can skip if you want to, if you don't mind getting lip products every month, I highly suggest you go and check out that service. It is so good. Their products are so good, and I just think it went really nicely with this look. It's a perfect nude. So that's literally everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about today and share with you guys about my makeup of the day. For those of you who are into fragrance as well, I'm wearing the Bath & Body Works Cherry Limeade set. It smells so good. I'm gonna douse myself in some more of this because it smells so good, you guys. But that's what I'm wearing today as my scent of the day. If you haven't gotten it at the SAS, then you absolutely need to. But that's everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video. I really hope you guys found this interesting, and I hope you guys would like to see me continue with more of these videos. If you did like it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know that you enjoyed it. If you're new here, you should definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the fragrance and beauty army, and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.